Whether you're thinking of getting your first home or just curious about how things work here, I'll be walking you through the entire journey from researching the market, securing the mortgage, and closing the deal of a brand new home. In this video, I'm going to share my personal insights, helpful tips, and things I wish I knew before I start this journey. If you're ready to dive into and see what it takes to call this beautiful home, stick around, hit the like button, and let's get started.
This is Manu Shivarajan. I love making vlogs about food, fashion, home and travel. If you're into things like home design, shopping hauls, food recipes and travel vlogs, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any of my future vlogs.
We are here to discuss about the process of buying a new house, types of developments, government schemes, loan approvals, signing a contract to getting the keys in hand of a new build and as a first-time buyer in Ireland. Before you start your hunt, get the AIP. That is nothing but Mortgage Approval in Principle. What is Mortgage Approval in Principle all about? This tells you how much you can borrow from the lender based on your financial situation. For instance, if you earn around 50,000 euros per year, you can borrow around 200,000 euros. That is nothing but 4 into 50,000 of what you earn. So how do you apply for AIP? Contact any lenders, banks who offer mortgage. What are the documents needed to apply AIP? These are the following documents to apply for the AIP. Bank will process your finances and evaluate within 2 or 3 weeks of time, and you will receive your AIP. It's not a guarantee, but a strong indication of what you will be approved for when you find a house. Number 2, evaluate your savings. Ensure you have sufficient savings for the deposit, usually 10% of the house price, and for the legal process. This applies only for the first-time buyers in Ireland. After weeks of time, you will receive the approval, and it's time for the hunt of your dream home. What's the next step? Deciding your budget and the location. As location depends on the budget these days due to the inflation. And most importantly, everybody has different priorities. Number 3, choosing a right house. We chose a new built home. The reasons behind choosing this: number 1, energy efficient. A good BER rated houses are developed with better insulation and modern heating systems. Number 2, customization. Could make some sort of customizations in flooring, kitchen, bathrooms, etc. Number 3, modern amenities. Some developments offer modern appliances, smart home features, compliance with latest regulations. We have approval in hand, we chose a new build, and we know our budget. So let's start our hunt for our dream home. So where and how do we search for the new homes? Start searching for the properties within your budget. Use websites like daft.ie and myhome.ie. These are the official trusted sites where you can find home to rent or buy. Engage with the estate agents to arrange for the viewing of the show house. Book a date and timing for the viewing. You would come around some or many developments in that locality. In case if you like more than a house and couldn't decide, shortlist according to your priorities, criteria, and find which one suits you the best. Once you finalize, reserve the property by paying 5,000 euros or more as a booking deposit, which depends on the development. This is where the agent asks you for the mortgage approval in principle to ensure that you have the sufficient fund to buy the property. In case if you want to cancel the property you booked, no issues. The deposit is refundable. But this comes with a twist. There's a stipulated time to cancel the property booked according to the rules and regulations of the development. And the rules are not same for every property built in Ireland. Bookings done, you have reserved a property, and what next? The third important process is contracts and legal process. To deal with your legal process and contracts, you need a solicitor. Find a solicitor. He plays the major role between developer, bank and you. You pay, they carry out all the paperwork for you. Any doubts regarding the property or the process, just shoot your questions to the solicitor. They would guide you in every possible way they can. Once you are done with finding a solicitor and submitting all the documents they asked, now it's time for a most important process, the mortgage approval process. Compare different lenders offering various mortgage rates and terms. You can compare various banks on their offers and you can seek advice from a mortgage broker if necessary. You have reserved your property and it's time to submit your full application to the bank. The bank will require the following documents: the reservation agreement, the developer's contract, and the updated financial documents such as pay slips and bank statements. Once you submit all these documents to the bank starts their process. The bank will conduct an independent valuation of the new build once it's completed to ensure the property value aligns with the mortgage. The funds are released once the house is completed and ready to hand over. You pay a down payment of 10% on total value of a house from your hand. Or there are some few government schemes for new build. Are you a first-time buyer and buying a new build? These schemes are for you. Number 1. Help to Buy Scheme, HTB. You may qualify for the Help to Buy scheme, which provides a rebate on income tax to help with a deposit of 30,000 euros or 10% of the property's value. This scheme is only applicable for first-time buyers and newly built homes. The second-hand homes or investment properties does not apply to this. And third, it should be a property less than 500,000 euros. And you should be an applicant of tax compliant. You should have paid taxes over past years. Second one is First Home Scheme. First Home Scheme is a shared equity scheme where government takes a stake in the home, in exchange gives you the fund. You can get back the stake from the government over time. You can get 30% of the property's value or 20% if you're availing for HTB. Third one is Affordable Purchase Homes. This scheme is applicable only for the first-time buyers with income limits. A home is sold at the price lower than the market value and the local authority takes a percentage in the stake value of the house. You can buy out the stake from the local authority over time, but while selling, you should pay the share back. Now it's time to sign the contracts. Once the solicitor is satisfied with your legal documents, you'll sign the contracts by paying 10% of your house price minus the booking deposit. At this stage, your contract becomes legally binding. Before signing the contract, there's an important step to be carried out: snagging. What is snagging all about? Once the build is over, an inspection is conducted to identify any major or minor defects or issues in the house, such as painting problems, taps leakage, electricity, whatever you name it that is related to the house. People hire independent professional snagger to do this job. We did the same. After snagging is over, you could do a follow-up checkup to verify or assure that everything has been addressed. The developer is typically responsible for fixing any problems before you pay the final amount or signing the contract. Snagging is done and the house is ready to hand over. Before that, there is two important things you should get. Number 1 is home insurance. Number 2, mortgage protection. Home insurance covers the building and contents in case of structural damage. Mortgage protection insurance required by the lenders is to cover the mortgage balance in case of death. The last and the final step is the completion and handover of the keys. On the completion day or before the handover, the solicitor will arrange for the final transfer of remaining balance to the developer. Once everything is in place, you'll get the keys to your brand new dream home. Meanwhile, the bank processes your loan approvals and the solicitor will confirm about it before you get the keys. And the day has arrived. The move-in. All the legal and financial transactions are complete. The keys are handed over to you by the developer. You can move into the new house and enjoy to the fullest. And this is where your mortgage payments begin. And that's the wrap on my journey of buying a new home. I hope this video has given a clearer view on how to navigate on the process of buying a new house. It can be a bit overwhelming, but the right planning and process, it's absolutely doable. If you have any questions and if you have been through the same process and have tips to share, please comment below. I would love to hear that. Thank you so much for watching and catch you in another interesting video. Until then, it's bye from Kitchen Clicks by Manu with love.